Hi guys, welcome back to Gardening with Creations by DX & Co. Today we are actually unboxing a battery powered motion sensor light floodlight. We were gifted this by the company, and so we're going to go ahead and unbox it today and take a look and see how well it works. Let's get started. So let's get started here unboxing this one. It is a battery powered one, as I said. I have not opened this one up yet, so let's see what's inside. Nicely packaged bubble wrap. Looks like the light itself here. And looks like we've got 3 different lights on there. Sensor, so that's awesome. Set that aside, see what else is in the box. Yeah, we've got a screwdriver. Nice that they include that. Looks like the mounting screws, they've even included the mollies in there, so that's good news. And we've got some instructions here. So looks like a nice little thank you note there. Tells us that we do need 3 actual 1.5 volt D batteries. So I did get some D batteries. They did tell me that ahead of time when they were sending it. So looks like we do, says to make sure we turn the light on after we've mounted it, or before we've mounted it, excuse me. So let's take a look here and see what we need to do first. All right, so back to the light itself. Looks like right here we've got a little tab. If we lift up and slides right off. So there's our actual mounting bracket. That's nice. Just 2 simple screws to mount it, and then looks like you slide it right back on. So not a lot of fuss to the actual mounting itself. That's nice. And then it looks like this here is our battery compartment. So the little screwdriver that they provided us, we've got, so we can just go ahead and get started taking those off. So let me get those off and I will show you the next steps. All right, now that we've loosened all of those screws there using the screwdriver they provided, very simple, just lift it up right there, exposing our D battery compartment. Looks like we've got positive, negative, positive, so they very clearly tell you how the batteries go in. So on the battery themselves, we just match up our positive and negatives, and we go there, there, and perfect. So let's get this bad boy put back on here and screwed back in. So the instructions there say that this particular thing will not actually turn on during the day. It only turns on at nighttime, and it has a solar sensor on it, which I'll show you in a second. And so it will actually go dim on you and then only get bright when it senses human motion, up to 1.5 to 3 meters away. So I don't know. It also says that it will last, if this thing turns on 10 times a day, it'll last you 6 months where you have to replace your battery. I don't know about you, but I don't have that many people walking by, thankfully, at night that I would need it to go off 10 times. But hey, you never know. So now that we've got that closed up, here's that sensor that I was referring to. So it's a nice range. So once you've got it mounted, you can kind of pivot it to where you need it to be. As I showed you before, it looks like it has 3 lights on it. Got a pretty good range on that. Not to mention they have a nice tilt themselves. So you can tilt down, so you can tilt it up. So in theory, you could probably flip it upside down and mount it so like that's pointing completely down. I can't imagine you need to just point it straight up, but if you needed to mount it underneath something like that, that would be good too. So you've got a nice range on this of how it can be mounted. They do say before you mount it itself, you actually just need to remember to click the power button, and boom, look at that, we've got light. Although it's definitely, the lights are on in my house, so it shouldn't be turning on, but look at that, very nice bright lights. I'm a little blinded. You guys may be blinded on screen right now. So we know it works. Very cool. And so you make sure you have that power button engaged before you actually slide the bracket very simply back in place, and that's all there is to it. And then you've got yourself your motion light. So next step for us is to actually get this bracket here mounted, and then we'll check this thing out. Probably won't work right now because it is daytime, but it's a little gloomy, so we'll see. Let's go see. My lights actually burned out on me, so, and I was just about to replace them, and this was sent, so I'll mount this where those go, and we'll see. So my old one's here. I've chosen to try to mount it, as I showed you before, kind of underneath like this, so that way I can point those either straight down or kind of out at the driveway. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this one here. I do have a permanent location for this one that's not right here. I think I'm actually going to be putting it, because it is battery operated, on the other side of the house in the garden where I don't have electricity running currently. So this will be a good, just kind of temporary spot for it to kind of show it off, see how it works. And then through the winter, it's going to be really good for me as I'm going out to the greenhouse to harvest greens and such. I'll have a light lighting up my pathway, so pretty excited about that actually. So all that's left to do is turn it on, lights on, all right, and then slide it into place. Slid it into place where we want it, and fold down the lights. So the sensor's there, lights are there, and as of right now, the lights are on, and it's the middle of the day. So hopefully they'll turn off with no motion. One thing I would have liked is the sensor to have a little bit more range, so that way it would pick up pointing more this way for me, but it says it's got enough of a degree of motion that shouldn't be necessary. So there we go. We'll see how bright these actually end up being tonight. I'll show you guys. All right, so as you can see, walking down the porch here, the light is currently off. So let's see if the sensor picks us up. It is pitch black out here. Well, almost pitch black, as you can see. And boom, the sensor kicked on just like it should, as you can see. And there you go, nice and bright. It's got a decent coverage area. Looks like it is, you know, definitely lighting up the whole garage and car area. You can see it, you know, covers all the way out, lights up the decorations a little bit there, so gives a good cast over the driveway that wasn't there before. So all in all, I mean, and it's, you know, it's kind of pointed kind of hard. It's really bright now on the camera, but you can see that it's kind of pointed more mainly at the ground, and that it just dimmed as we're sitting here talking. So doesn't stay on for very long. That's how close I came and the sensor picked me up. So that's not bad. You know, I maybe, was that a 5 by 10, 5 by 5 slab? So I'm maybe a good 6 feet away from it and picked up. So that's good. That means as people are walking up the drive, I could probably move the sensor a little bit. So, but either way, like I said, I'm gonna put my normal floodlight back together, put some new bulbs in that, and I'm gonna move that one to the other side of the garden of the house. So this will be great for lighting up the garden as I go back to the greenhouse. So there you go, nice bright light shining on me as I do this exit. Guys, I left the link down below, so definitely check it out. Very nice battery operated floodlight. So if you don't have, my cat just scared the snot out of me. If you don't have electricity in an area, this is perfect. Only need to replace it about every 6 months, it said. So a couple of D batteries, not bad. So definitely recommend checking this out. Nice bright LEDs. Really, if I put one of these on the other side of the garage, well, I'm standing in front of it and it went out. So that makes me a little concerned, but I just waved my hand and it came right back on. So that's not too bad. All right, well, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you're staying safe and enjoying your gardens.